ghosts, UFOs, monsters, Mothman, Chupacabra, the Mandela effect. This and more you will find at the Fringe feature movie hour. All this and more at the Fringe feature movie hour. I will try to scare the pants off of you. Enjoy. Good night. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Fringe feature movie hour. Ted says hi as well. Back away from Ted and come back to me, because this is the Fringe feature movie hour, and the Fringe feature movie hour needs, a creator and author, and I'm that person, GVideo34. And can you believe that we're already 9 episodes in? This is going to be the 9th one. Yeah, time goes by when you're not having fun. Well, it is sort of fun. I mean, for me, I enjoy, telling my tales of woe to you people about my experiences, but you may not. You may have a different opinion. That's fine. I'm just getting the information out there. And the Bible once said that I believe somebody questioned whether or not a false prophet, I believe it was Prophet Paul or Peter, questioned whether a false prophet's message will still be holy. And I believe Jesus answered with, as long as the message is getting out there, it's still a good message. It's still, the message is still getting out there, and it's still being heard, and that's how I feel, whether you like it or not. Whether it's a good message or a bad message, it's still getting out there, and I'm still trying to bring my message to you every week, every Saturday night when I can. Episode 9, wow. I can't believe I did 9 episodes already. I think I'm running out of material here. I might be giving it up pretty soon, I don't know. Or maybe I'll stay on. Sort of like my support group. I let everything off my chest. I'm kind of happy about that, especially last week. I can't believe I'm still here standing talking to you. I mean, I thought for sure some of my life I disclosed, and my family's life I disclosed would have been the deal breaker. Basically it would have been, okay, let's get the heart attack gun out, or get the sniper, and be the enemy, which is okay with me. It's like, what do I gotta do? Do the job themselves for them? I mean, I'm just sitting here, I'm telling you, I'm just a 40-year-old dude who's seen a lot of crap, and I'm done with it. If you gotta do that, go ahead and do it. I don't care anymore. But since you're a bunch of what my friend Jeff Pritchett calls puss-toots and can't get the job done, you're too much of a fraidy cats to, kill me off, bump me off. I guess I'll continue my tales of woe, which aren't too many because I disclose just about everything to you. But tonight's episode is going to be about a mixture of topics. Milabs, they're called another abbreviation for military abductions. And I'll even talk about, in the second topic I want to talk about, is witchcraft, there's anything else I want to add, I will definitely add it, but I'll just make this one the Milab, witch special. I'm not sure if I'm going to make this my Halloween special or not. I haven't really checked the date. That's how unorganized I am. Maybe I'll just come on Halloween night and just go live for all I know. I don't know what I'm going to do. But as far as my labs go, I listened to Joe Montaldo's show a lot, our UFO Undercover, and he talks about this topic a lot, which I think is fucking amazing. I think it's amazing because you're gonna wonder to yourself, the government doesn't have special powers. I mean, maybe they got this kind of special tech now, I don't know. But you got to wonder, how the hell are they able to abduct people, out of their homes without anybody else knowing about it, being really covert about it? I mean, they can't be more together than, the Archons agrees or whatever. But that maybe they are, because a lot of people have claimed to have Milabs. They claim to have it done. Joe Montaldo, he claims that just about every person who's had an abduction has a Milab, along with it. Which you gotta wonder, they're like Santa Claus. It's like they're gonna Milab people right after somebody gets abducted. It's like, I mean, I guess that story about Santa Claus is not fictional. I mean, if they have that much time and they're that well organized where they can get I believe it was Alfred Weber on the UFO Undercover show that pointed out that there's at least 1 billion or 2 billion people that are abductees, and you're telling me the governments of the world have this kind of time on their hands to police everybody like Santa Claus and go in and knock them out and see what the hell's on their mind, use some kind of hypnosis or whatever the hell they got going on, and basically take people like me and basically ask me questions while I'm under like their truth serum or whatever. I don't know what the hell they use, and then they put me back in my home like Yippee Skippy. I mean, you gotta wonder if it sounds a little more far-fetched than anything, but sounds really crazy. How you gotta wonder, how would they be able to do something that organized like that? I mean, your government or whatever wouldn't be this organized, right? I mean, but I guess a lot of people claim that it happened, and I won't lie to you. When I was first trying to uncover my memories, the first thing I seen were two two Navy men in my head. I forgot to talk about that. And then after that, they kind of like transform into two, I call them, spaghetti grays or whatever the heck they are, spaghetti aliens or archons or whatever. They're like blue-greenish little alien things. They look like spaghetti. They're so skinny and wiry. That's what these two things turned into. And then there's two other things I seen a Navy guy that looked just like the brother of Peter Bertelli on the show Heroes. He looked a lot like him for some reason. He was in an all white Navy uniform. I think it might have been like one of the higher ranking officer white Navy uniforms. It was like, the thing looked spotless. And I seen this guy, basically, he was all in my head when I was trying to uncover stuff, and the last thing I remember seeing was this general that I think, from what I hear, my grandfather hung around this dude. He had like on the green uniform, like all the fixings, like the 30, 40 freaking medals on there. And this guy like popped in my head. He looked kind of cartoonish, but he just popped in my head. And I admit there is military, something's going on there, because I seen all these military people just pop in my head, and then I kind of thought about it over the years. Is before my actual first experience, years before, I thought about it. I'm like, were these two Navy men, were they part of the Philadelphia experiment, and they just popped into my room and then they phased out? All I know is I'm not sure if I actually told this story last week. I don't think I did. I totally forgot to tell it, actually. This is like the biggest story in my life, pretty much. And I forgot to tell it. I might have told it, but I'll retell it anyways. My parents were having this weird discussion about, this is when I lived in 22nd Street, about my family member. There's this one family member we have, and there's this huge discretion, or this huge problem with this relative, because it seemed like he was way older than his wife or something. It was really strange. It's like definitely the Fringe. It's like, there's all sorts of weird crap going on in my family, but that has got to be bizarre. I don't remember the whole story about it, or the whole thing, but basically they're having this discussion about that, and all of a sudden they heard a door slam, and the slam was in my room. And my dad ran to my room and with my mom, and they saw I think they saw a white light underneath the door. I don't remember correctly, but basically he was trying to pry the bolts off the door because the door would not open at all. And he pried the one. He got to the second one. Not sure if he heard stuff behind the door. Finally got to the third one, and the thing just fell down by itself. And I was there, and I told him something like, basically the man flew out the window or something like that. Pretty much. I think these memories have something to do with this experience here, but I think that might have been, but the one I was telling you last week about seeing the silver suit dudes, I think that was a whole separate, incident that happened, but this was something all different. This might have been like a military thing. I don't know what it was, but it was really bizarre. And I have multiple witnesses that actually experienced this, my parents, so it's like I have at least two people that can vouch for me on that much. But and then after that experience, like I told you about all the stuff I happened, I eventually moved out of that house, and I had basically something really horrible happened to my family I don't want to get into, and it happened to me. You can only draw between the lines or look between the lines, and basically I had to end up going to counseling for it. And I went to therapy. I used to take these bus trips to this hospital that ironically isn't too far from me when I was a little boy, and this little, I think, late bus used to come and pick me up, and I used to go there, and they used to like have me do testing or something. I can't remember, but eventually, I think I seen a therapist there, or maybe it was a separate thing, but basically, I was just seeing him for a while, and I don't remember much about it. I remember the guy being an old Japanese guy, or Asian guy, I mean, and he was asking me stuff. I don't remember much about it, to be honest with you, but, and while that's going on, I got a new substitute teacher, and like I told you about what happened before with her, and I don't know if you made out that because it was kind of outside and it was kind of loud out there, but the substitute teacher, basically started, she was with us for a while. She seemed nice. It was like several weeks. She had red hair and she seemed happy, and I kept on going to this therapist a few more times, and one time I went into the classroom and she was all like upset, and come to find out, the bitch, like I said before, she stole my fucking files. I don't know if this was a mob thing or a UFO thing or military thing. I don't know what the fuck it was, but because there's some other dark stuff that happened in my family dealing with I believe it was the mob at the time. It was really dark, shady shit. So I don't know if the stealing of my files had anything to do with that, if it was government, aliens, but those fuckers are gone. They stole them, and she was upset, and I don't know why she was crying, because she's the culprit. You're gonna cry, I mean, because you did something that horrible. I mean, I'll never understand the bitch why she was upset, but apparently, I guess she stole my files, and I don't know if she's ever seen Milab again, or if she ever got arrested, but that's what my family told me. So, yeah, that's pretty fucked up, if you ask me. You got people stealing your files, I don't, maybe the good old doc there, he asked the right questions, and I told him the right answers, and somebody out there didn't like it. Well, the truth fucking hurts, I guess. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if I was abducted by the government or whatever. It wouldn't surprise me at all, because I do believe, from what I've had contact with these beings, and I have memories now of basically I had pulled up the memory, I yanked it out of my consciousness, maybe out of another dimension or another realm, the information of them taking me. I guess it's just a crazy world out there, and that's just the way it is. That's the way it's gotta be, I'll never figure it out. I mean, my idea of this world is it's more like my episode I did a few weeks back about the Archons and, Sophia, and, how I believe these beings are the Archons, and they're jealous of us, and they're fucking up our world. That's what I truly believe. And they especially want the planet dead, especially if she's the creator, so they just have it out for us all together, in my opinion. But that's, one man's opinion, and that's just the way it is. I do hope I'm reaching somebody out there, somebody's listening to my message, I was given a second chance, and like Christopher S. Jacobs told me, you heard from my guides that basically I'm an ancient old Atlantean soul, and I got knowledge to give, and that's what I want to do. I just want to give to people. I mean, I'm at my most happiest when I'm giving to people. So that's what I'm giving to you, whether you believe me or not. I wish I can use that healing gift more that I was given to help people out, but there's so many non-believers in this world that I wouldn't begin to be able to use on anybody, because they would just look at me weird or treat me weird. It's not like back before the white man came here, where stuff like that was acceptable. I mean, everybody's freaked out about everything, and that's not acceptable to pull those kind of miracles on people nowadays. So it is what it is. Joe Montaldo also talks about how if you speak out about stuff like this, that you will get abducted again by the military or whatnot. I really don't care, to be honest with you. It doesn't bother me one bit. I got nothing else to give. I'm telling them all everything right here, so they have no reason to really abduct me. I mean, if they're not going to kill me, I'm giving them all the info right here, so it's all good with me, But going back to military, to my labs, I think they're just the strangest damn thing I ever heard of. I was in the assumption that the government knows everything, that they're thick as thieves with these beings. I mean, but apparently not. I don't know why they need to know so much information about them. I mean, what are they gonna do to them? I mean, really, we shot nukes at these fuckers, and they do nothing. We have nothing at all, no defenses against them that I can think of. I mean, they got to be the most powerful thing out there. So, whoop-de-doo, they kidnap a bunch of people and they get information, brainwash them, fuck up their head. I mean, I don't understand, what kind of difference that's going to make in the world. Whoop-de-freaking do. I mean, it's sort of like, a killer give free roam to a bunch of innocent people. I mean, they're going to keep killing them. He's going to keep killing, and nothing's going to stop him. Pretty much the same situation. It's a crappy situation. It's got to be rough for the government to have the information that there's this force in the universe they can't do anything about. I mean, we're so used to having everything else under our control. We're control freaks as a country. We have to control everything, and this must really put a bunch in their undies. I can imagine. As for forgiveness, I don't know why I should forgive them. I mean, I don't really. I think they're a bunch of assholes. I mean, I don't really give them. Unless they come to me and give me a real reason why I should forgive them. I think they're just being dicks, going around messing with people's heads. They're not the real assholes out there. I mean, the Archon Greys are. So, for me to call the government dicks, I mean, that's not right. If everything's out of their control, I mean, how are they the dicks here? They're not. I think, in my opinion, maybe they're just trying to do the best they can. I think they just don't want to tell us because they don't want us to freak out. That's why I honestly don't want to try to learn stuff in this world, because the more you learn in this world, the more you're gonna freak out, and things are out of your control, and what you learn you can't control. So all I'm saying is, I guess it's best to just be ignorant about stuff. I mean, especially if it's out of your control, you know. So I believe that's their stance on everything, you know. And I don't want them to tell everybody. I mean, until they can get this whole mess under wraps. I mean, which they probably never will. I mean, why would you want them to? They would mess up the whole world if they told everybody. I don't think it'd make this world a better place. I think it would definitely tear down. The whole world would be in chaos and it'd be torn apart if people found out that there's alien beings among us. So our archons are where they are. I believe there are cons. Other people believe that they're alien beings. I mean, whatever your poison is. I mean, if people found out they existed, they'd shit a brick. So people are never gonna stop panicking. So, and I guess they're just trying to get the information out of people, which I just think is asinine. I mean, myself, but it is what it is. If they want to just go around and pick people's brains, you know, who had contact with, you know, other beings, you know, that's their prerogative, I guess. Just leave them. Don't put any suppositories up my butt or anything. I'm just joking, you know. Just leave me, just leave me out of it. You know, I don't want to know anything. You know, that's your business. I guess the most thing I'm pissed off about with the government is the technology. I mean, we live in a shithole, and some of the stuff, I know they've done the best they could with, like, people like Phil Corso claims that they reverse engineered a lot of the technology, but I mean, we can do a lot better than this, you know. You could use some of that tech to make this world a better place, like nanotechnology and, you know, better way to travel. I mean, I just got done lugging a whole laundry bag up and down the street. You know, I did it, lugged it up to the laundromat and lugged it back. I mean, you gotta tell me there's a better way of doing life, you know. Teleportation, flying cars, something. I mean, give us something here, man. I mean, we're dying out here, and the cities are just rotting away. They're like worse and worse by the day. I just go out there and it's like, it seems like they're just decaying. I mean, you gotta make this better, man. That's all I'm saying. They gotta give some more tech out there, and not just these damn phones. I mean, we need some better tech out there from these bastards. Make this world a better place. I mean, if you got it, bring it out, man. That's all I'm saying. That's my gripe with the government or secret government or whatever. Bring out the tech, man. We need it, baby. We need it bad. So, you know, we need to end some of these social problems we got. You know, we don't need them. I mean, I want to see some jump in technology before I die. I mean, I would like to see a teleporter, flying car, not time travel. Fuck that. Nobody should be in control of time travel at all. I mean, I've watched so many sci-fi movies and know that time travel is not a very good idea, no matter how justified it sounds. But, and people say even teleportation can be problems, or you can have the Brundle fly. I mean, there's got to be some kind of tech out there that's like foolproof, like teleportation, where you won't merge me with a caterpillar or something. They gotta have something out there. I mean, there's gotta be there's gotta be better solutions than we got here right now. I mean, it seems like we're going backwards in technology, not forwards. The only thing is going forwards is the damn phones. That's it. Everything else is just decaying. You got shitty cars. We were using technology with cars from back in the 1950s. I mean, we got microwaves from the 70s or 80s still, or I don't know when the hell they're made. We got a little bit of advances with coffee pots, but, we definitely need better than what we got here. And, if you're going to abduct us, at least bring out some good shit, too. That's all I'm saying. And for God's sakes, get the economy better, too, for Christ's sakes. We're dying out here, Make things better out there, man. That's all I got to say to the government. I don't hate you. I'll let you go. If you eventually disclose any of the stuff, I'll let you off the hook. I don't hold grudges. You had to do what you had to do in this situation. I just think it was kind of irrelevant since, like I said, we're bugs and you're trying to get information on a wildebeest and we're the bug on its ass. So it's kind of useless to me. But yeah, I'm done with this topic right now. So I just want to have one more word or one more thought before I go on to the next topic, which is witches. I hope you're enjoying episode 9 so far. I mean, it's good to be alive, and not have a heart attack on it, or some dude slip me, I throw in the street, or run me and over in the car for any information I might disclose that nobody liked. But let me collect my thoughts for a minute. I'm having major Alzheimer's today for some reason. I don't know if it's because I worked or whatnot, but I'll definitely get to you in a second. I just want to say, thank you for keeping me alive. So far, you could easily, killed me. And, thanks. I like to live, and I'm going to live on and take this extra life and do something good with it. My Alzheimer-ness might have forgot what else I wanted to say, so I'm going to have to move on. If there's anything I need to add later on, if I forget, I will definitely add it at a later date, or maybe at the end of this video or something. Okay, now we're going on to topic number 2, which is, in my opinion, the cocksuckers of the galaxy, or at least the planet, in my opinion. They sit there and whittle and weave their little spells at people, and nobody knows what's going on. It's pretty shameful if you ask me, especially for the person who's getting targeted, which is a bitch. But I'll be right back in a second. I'm gonna end this one right now. I'll restart this episode because I'm running out of space on this. My phone will only let me use so much, so I'll restart it on the next one. Okay, me and Teddy Boy are back. We're back to talk about those pesky witches, the sons of bitches of the at least of my world. Who knows who else is, I only say that mostly because I've been a victim with their bullshit, pretty much a lot of my life. The first time, I guess, I dealt with their bullshitness was back at my grandmother's house. I left out some key information of that paranormal event that took place when I was a little kid. Remember when I talked about, and you'd have to watch some of my ghost episodes. Remember when I talked about how I was at my grandmother's house and there was these spirits or demons that, it was a demon that basically molested me and scarred me for life. Well, that was caused by my son of a bitch, cocksucking bastard of a cousin. Her name was Dale. That basically she was fooling around. She was part of a coven or part of Satanists or something. I don't know. I got some good stories to tell you about that. She basically, from what I hear, she might have summoned something at my grandmother's house because she lived there for a while. So I think she might have summoned a demon or some shit. For God knows what reason. She's a fucking moron, if you ask me. A real fucking moron. You're just gonna summon a fucking demon at your grandmother's house? Show some fucking respect, for Christ's sakes. That's all I gotta say. I mean, the lady's been through enough. She lost her husband. At the time, she lost her husband, and you're gonna go there and just fucking summon a demon on her? I mean, come on. There had to be some kind of reason she did it. Fucking witches, I tell you, they're cocksuckers. Or Satanists, I don't know what the fuck she was. But basically, and I don't know if that's what transformed the house into a hellhole, or why we heard "pick up the phone, mother." But it is what it is. I believe she conjured this fucking thing, and I guess they're from backstory real fast. I believe I got some witches in my family. I mean there was this bitch that I guess took my Aunt B basically as her evil Padawan, fucking Sith Lord, and she basically, I don't know, I think we had an evil aunt in the family, and she was the evil dark witch, and she took her under the wing to make her fucking Anakin Skywalker or something. I don't know, but I don't know what the fuck they got going on there, but I guess down the years, my aunt, sorry about the tangent, my aunt basically, got involved in this witchcraft stuff. Supposedly she was used against the family or something. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm just here to tell the story. And I guess she had issues in her house a few times where, I don't know, she got attacked by a demon. It might have been my fucking sweet old fucking cousin that summoned the demon in her house and attacked my aunt. Who the fuck knows? Serves her right. They're both fucking witches, but still. I'm sure they're both dark fuckers, but I guess it was like doing all sorts of fucking fucked up shit. And they happen to live in Canada, so those cocksuckers can stay on that side of the fucking border. I don't want anything to do with them, but especially if they're into that shit, they can leave that way the fuck away from me. I don't even fucking visit America. Stay the fuck over there. But, especially with all the trouble you cause, us over here. So, basically, well, her summoning that caused me later on in life, like I said, to, not sure if I mentioned this, but I might have in one of the videos how well, I'm back. The fucking Archons happen to cause more fucking problems in my life. This time with my phone bill. Never fucking ceases to amaze me with these fucking bastards. Well, anyways, going to what I was saying, when I was 19 years old, I finally learned religion. Getting into the accent I did. I learned how to use the Bible as a weapon, and I basically took down that bitch's demon, and, or where the fuck it was, and I think it was my grandfather, I don't know, I might have sent him to hell, but, and basically that was when I got my spiritual nuts, I felt like a spiritual hero, because I took down these bastards, pretty much, so, yeah, I took him down, but, that was like way after, a little bit before that, about a year before that happened. I was at we had to go to a wedding. I can't remember whose wedding it was. It was like maybe when I was 18. It's like just a year before I sent my grandfather to hell. Pretty much. We went to this wedding, and my sister went, and I think the bitch Witchdale, she was living at my grandmother's at the time, and she had some DVD CDs there, and my sister, I think, went with her fucking, what do you call that? Her greedy grab her hands and went and fucked with her CDs, and of course she thought I did it. Of course, G-Video Gabe gets blamed for everything, in this planet. Wouldn't have it any other way. I mean, so every goddamn week I get blamed for something on this planet. Fucking Archons. Well, anyways, I got blamed for that, and she put pretty much a week versus a week of black magic on me. This was like the worst week I've ever had in my life. I have nothing but dreams of animal mutilation, animal sacrifices, and you gotta love the cherry on top of, I was, as towards the end of the week, I was about ready to go nuts. I was going insane. I couldn't handle it anymore. I got a pretty strong mind. I mean, I've taken my gray bastards and everything else, but this seemed to really bother me. It really, upset me that I saw this, animal. I like animals, and I see these assholes just butcher animals left and right. It was like a horrible satanic music video where you see these dudes just killing and killing animals. It was kind of funny but sick at the same time. I should have put music to this shit. It was so fucked up. But at the end of the dream, I had the cherry on top. Basically, I see the bitch herself in black robes walk my cousin, the bitch Dale, and she is walking up this fucking altar with a baby on it. And in true Ozzy Osbourne style or whatever, she looks at me, smiles, and she's about to take a knife and stab it right into a fucking baby. And I woke up and I never had any bad dreams since. I don't know if she was fucking with me or what, or if I was witnessing what she really did, but that's the pains of dealing with some of the real witchcraft in this world. I mean, it's really fucking bad. I mean, it can turn your fucking world upside down. That was my first real experience with witchcraft, and you would think, I took enough punishment in this world, in this life, but no, there's always room for more for Gaby. G Video here has got to take all the pain in the world, because that's the way it's got to be, and anyways, I did all that bullshit. I took on those demons, I remember being in that bathroom. I was scared shitless, sitting there. It was like total silence for like half hour, and I was scared. My parents finally came and they had to get me out of the bathroom because I was so scared I couldn't even fucking leave the bathroom because I heard this fucking moaning and groaning. Something like a porno or something, some kind of like porno voice or deep breathing that's not of this planet. It's really, really, it was really disturbing and scared the crap out of me. And like I said, I opened the door and I just tore him a new one with the word of God. That's when I felt like a real badass. Like nothing can stop me, but they always raise the bar, and they send more shit at you, like always. And I ran into the asshole John, and he fucked my world up, as I might have mentioned before in another video. That was always priceless. Always good to have a fucking roommate that wants to light up your life and make your day a special day, wants to, give you a hell of a time, It's not the kind of roommate you want, That's the kind of roommate you'd personally throw over the falls. I wish I did. Say, come here, Johnny boy. I'm gonna throw you off a fucking cliff, That's what I should have did with the fuck. But he's still living here somewhere, living off of someone with his 30 kids, He had like 30 kids he couldn't pay for, and it was just ridiculous. He finally ended up living with his sister because he couldn't pay for his kids he had or something. I don't know what the fuck was going on with the guy. He was fucked up. But, like I said before that Johnny incident, I had a really nasty witch thing happen to me that really fucked me up. There's this bitch, I believe, I think she was the cause of this incident. Her name was Erica, and I just said hi to her one day at the time clock at this job, and next thing I know, I'm falling madly in love with the bitch. I can't control it. And I even broke up with my girlfriend over it, which is kind of fucked up. I mean, kind of caused lots of problems even today in my relationship. I'm trying to get over her, but, I don't think she still has a little trust issues with me over this crap, but, Yeah, I broke up with her. I was fighting and I couldn't fight it for the goddamn life of me. Fight this spell of being in love with this chick. I idolized her and everything. And every time I was around her, I ran into her in the break room. I think Chris S. Jacobs says she used too much fucking mojo on me. So, I mean, I went around her and my whole body ate, just ached just being around this bitch. I mean, it was worse than that. I mean, my spirit like fucking squealed being around it. It was horrible. I felt so. It's like imagine it would be like being naked in front of like 20 beautiful girls, and you had this like really small pecker, and that's what it felt like, but 10 times worse. It was really bad, and I couldn't eat around her, and finally I couldn't take it anymore. I finally did break the spell. I mean, with willpower, believe it or not. I don't know how I did it, but I finally broke it, and that's what caused me to feel uncomfortable around the bitch. And I still did till the day, for a long time. I did until I left that place. But I couldn't take it anymore after a while. I ran. I told him I'm going home early at work, and I just ran to a church. It was really crazy times. Yeah, I ran to this church, and he prayed with me, and I felt really good for a day, but that wasn't enough, I guess. But at least it helped me enough to cope with it, where I didn't feel too bad around her the next time. I ended up going to this church, which was really strange. I went to this church, and it was a kind of a weird church, but got me God for a while in religion. And that John guy went with me too, and we were church buddies and work buddies. The guy that wanted me to kill his fucking family and thought it was a good thing. It's always fun. Eventually, I kept on hearing a voice in the church telling me that my pastor was a fraud, and sure enough, I did find out later on he was, by these two idiots that came to my apartment. They basically told me that he got in trouble with the law for defrauding people. But that's another story. Sorry, got a little mice problem around here. Scared the shit out of me. Little fuck. Hold on, I'll be right back. I guess he wanted to hear my little tale. I scared him off. He'll probably be back. It's really anxious little guy. Anyways, where was I? Basically, I ended up telling John to leave because, I don't know, just got too much with that guy, and he basically got pissed off with me, and he told everybody at church that I was having sex, so I was so depressed and sad that I got out of there. I ran away from him. I ran into him once in the city of Brockport, where we were hanging out at, and ran into him at Wegmans once, and I said hi. But if I would have known what I know now, I probably would have punched him in the fucking face. But there was this other idiot kid that came over to my house one time, and he was talking to me. I don't know where these assholes come from. Fucking Brockport, I guess. He was telling me this really weird, fucked up story that John basically beat up kids with a chicken wing or some shit. It was really fucking crazy story, He abused kids. I mean, it was so outlandish, so crazy that you wouldn't believe it. I don't know why this kid came over here and told me this stuff. It was really fucking weird times. I mean, it was like right out of a goddamn Twilight Zone. And he was telling me all the stuff about him, which could be true. I mean, he was under the influence of a witch, so God only knows what that fucker did. But before all that happened, though, I was really religious being in that church, and I started praying. And I think the first time I saw what I think was Jezebel. It was this girl with she had a thing over her face like that, she was really skinny, and she gave me evil looks. And then the second time I saw this fucking green fucking devil thing. He was like basically whipping these other he was acting all tough like he was in charge, and in this really weird grayish, it might have been hell for all I know. I don't know, really weird world. It was really strange. Believe it or not, I became friends with a former witch. I mean, a voodoo guy at work. I mean, this place is fucked. It had voodoo guys, fucking witches. I mean, it had all sorts of fucking things in that town. This guy happened to be into voodoo, and I guess he was able to talk to ghosts and shit. And I asked his advice on what it was, and he told me basically that the color of what the animal or whatever the hell it was is basically the kind of magic. I guess I was under the influence of magic, and it was this green fucking magic. I don't know what it was, but I told him all about my experiences with the Erica bitch and everything. Oh, it wasn't the wisest idea at the time, but it is what it is. Currently, who the hell knows if magic is being used against me? I have no idea. I mean, well, it probably was until I had Chris S. Jacobs help clean me, but every so often I will have something really bad happen to me. It's like I think it's due from the supernatural, maybe the archons or something. I think they're really just trying to fuck my world up. I sound really paranoid, but until you're in the cabal, which I didn't know I was until a month ago, or my family is, you don't know what kind of pain you have in store for you. Once you're a part of this cabal, it's a club you don't want to be in. You will experience complete pain on all levels of your life, emotionally, your relationships, everywhere you go. It's all 100% pain, even if you get cleared and get out of it all and try to separate yourself from this evil. I guess all in all, you're born a demon, and there's really not much you can do about it. You're just a demon, and I don't want to be a demon. I mean, I'm a nice guy. I try to be good and use my abilities and my information for good, but I mean, the truth of the matter is I was born a demon, and we got evil in me. I'm evil incarnate, and I'm a good guy, so how fucked up is that? So, I don't want to be evil. I'm the good guy, and they can keep trying to push me over the edge. I think the reason why they won't kill me is because I'm not like Prince or any of these other assholes in Hollywood that made a deal with the Illuminati. I don't think they can kill you if you're a martyr. I think they can only kill you if you made a deal with the devil. And I think people like Prince, as much as I like him, I mean, he's a fucking idiot you make this deal with the devil, he probably did, and then you're going to come out and say shit about them just because you're afraid you're going to die? I mean, where were you before all that, dude? I mean, why'd you make the fucking deal with the devil? Why didn't you stand for something good? Why do you come out now just because your life's on the line? That really irritates me when these Illuminati members come out just because they feel they're going to get fucking aced. Too fucking bad and too fucking late, pal. You shouldn't have made a deal with the devil. I don't care how hard times are tough. And that's another thing I forgot to tell you about. I'm glad I remembered. Supposedly, in my family, years ago, my grandfather made a deal with the devil on my mom's side. Supposedly he was basically on death's door when it came to the bills. He was like starving and everything else, and he decided to make this deal with the devil, which, from what I heard, my dear old sweet fucking aunt took the deal over, and I guess my grandfather was pardoned from this deal. Lucky fucking him. And basically, she took it over, and the deal was to make the firstborn sons good and make fuck everybody else, pretty much. That's the deal from what I hear. It's a fucking shitty deal, and if you're not a part of it, you're fucked. So I guess me and God knows who else is a part of this deal, and I don't really know if you can, get away from a deal like that. I mean, I don't want to be a part of your shitty deal. You can try to take me all I want. I'm a pure good soul here, fucker. You can try your best, like I said here again, I think if you're a good person and they can't murder you because you didn't sign. I didn't sign my. Sorry, back again. It seems like every time I'm on this fucking show, there's always some kind of fucking interruption. So I'm back again. They always know when I'm fucking recording this. They always fucking know. It's ridiculous. They always fucking disrupt my life. But I'm sorry about that. I can't remember what I was talking about. I was saying that I didn't make the deal. I'm not their one of their play toys. Well, I'm their other kind of play toy, but I'm not the ones that they basically get to boss around and kill whenever they feel like it. Like Prince and Michael Jackson, because they made their deal with the devil. From what I hear, all these fuckers, they make a deal with the devil. They have these sex parties with these old fucking sick old men, and they got to do all this shit in order to get a lousy $30 million. You imagine that, having fucking sex with old men just for a lousy $30 million. I mean, get some fucking dignity, or Britney, fucking Prince, and all you fuckers that have old fucking sex with old men. Sorry about you, Prince. I know I don't want to be disrespectful to the dead, so I apologize for that one. But fucking all the rest of you fuckers who are just making deals now, or just signing your fucking life away in blood, having sex with old men, do you have some fucking dignity? I mean, does money really mean everything to you, that you gotta have sex with old men? I mean, you can't take it with you when you go, I mean, what the fuck? I'll continue living my poor ass life, and you live your rich life and have sex with old men, and sooner or later they'll send their little guy with the BB gun out of you, or maybe they'll just capture you, do a blood ritual or something, have a ritual with your body, and then kill you and say it was a murder or something. Whatever the fuck they do with you, and have fun times with that, and they think that they're gonna be saved by coming out and talk about the Illuminati and all that, just because they're on the chopping block next. I mean, it's a little fucking too late, like I said. But I'm not making no fucking deals or with anybody. If I have to deal with all this, so be it. I've dealt with a lot. I dealt with witches, aliens, and ghosts and every goddamn thing on this planet, it seems, and I don't need to make a fucking deal with anybody. They can shove it up their ass. Making that deal takes you down a dark road, killing innocent babies, kids, having sex with nasty people, you name it. That's a road I don't want to go down. I'd rather be on this shitty road I'm on now than be on your road, assholes. You can keep it. That's all I gotta say. And I don't even know what these witches' deals are. I mean, I think they just do this shit and give them a hairy chest, and make them feel important. And, look, I can cast a spell and hurt you. Ooh, I can do whatever I want to you. That's what they're thinking, I guess, or something. I don't know what their deal is, but they're assholes, and the ones that use it for good, I don't pick any too much. I mean, you're using it part of your religion. You're actually following your religion and your Wiccan religion or whatever, and doing the right thing. But you got these other assholes that think it's fucking Harry Potter, and they don't think there's no consequences for killing their neighbor or casting a love spell on some guy they think that's hot. They didn't think there's no consequences for that. Gotta fucking love it. But I just have to say, guys, be warned, because there are bitches out there, bitches. Maybe someone, go on brooms or whatever. They will try to put a potion on you. So, I mean, I should be careful myself, but I'm immune, so I can talk to any woman I want now. I mean, I broke that fucking spell, so it's my bitch now. The love spell is, but the rest of you guys, be careful, because these women will put some evil on you and make you fuck them, and next thing you know, you're married and you don't even know why you're in love with them. So just question the woman you're with. Do you really love them? or is it just a feeling, you know, when you're with them? Because you odds are you could be in a situation like I was where you didn't love the bitch and you know it, and there's no reason why you should have loved it because she was an evil, ugly bitch. I mean, even my girlfriend and her friend at the time, they were pointing out to me, look at this, she's an ugly fucking bitch. Why you're picking her over me? I mean, she was pretty. I mean, she was a blonde, but she wasn't a pretty blonde. She was like a fucking. She had no fucking meat on her bones or nothing, and she made me fall in love with her. I mean, maybe I can see why, but I think she ended up marrying. I don't know. She must have got her hooks into this rich Italian guy because I think she's married now or something. Who knows? Fuck no. Who cares? You know. I'm I'm just glad the bitch is out of my life. You know. Fuck off. And all you fucking witches that go out of your way to make people's lives living hell. Big fuck you to you. That's all I gotta say to you guys. You know, fuck off and get a hobby. That's all. You know, get a real hobby. There's gaming. There's no fucking excuse to put a spell on somebody unless you're using it for your religion. There's no excuse for this shit. That's all I gotta say to you. Yeah, this witchcraft seemed to be serving my family, my two the Canadian side pretty well. I mean, it's doing them good. You know, it's, it will if you use it the right way. You know, but I hate to. I don't know how the hell they sleep at night for the stuff they do. You know, especially if my cousin, went and killed some children because I found out later. I did some researching later on, a couple of years after that situation, and I found out that these fucking women, they will impregnate themselves for the greater good of their fucking satanic coven or whatever the hell it is, and they'll get their fucking, they'll raise this kid and this baby, and then they'll kill it on a pretty little altar because they're sick fucking fucks. They secretly imagine that raising a secret baby only to be killed is sort of like, might as well be fucking a slaughterhouse or something. I don't know, but they're sick fucks, and that's probably what she did. That's probably why she's not in fucking jail, because one of these girls took one for the team, and she got a fresh one to kill the sick bitch. What a cunt. But if that's your kind of if you did this, you need to turn yourself into the law. I mean, it goes without saying, you know. And before you decide to do something like this, if you're in this kind of religion that wants to kill young babies, I mean, rethink what you're doing, because you got to live with this stuff for life. I mean, you got years ahead of you, and these years, they say they last, forever, but, sometimes they feel like it. I mean, but if living with guilt will make you feel you last hundreds of years. You'll feel like you last an eternity if you live with it. That's why I try to live a guilt-free life. I've done horrible things, but I'm forgiving for what I've done, and I'm trying to move on and be a better person, And, you don't want to have you don't want to have any guilt or evil on you. I mean, it's a tough burden to carry. I mean, when I carried the Archon, that, I don't know, what do you call it, an Archon curse, Archon possession on me from that John asshole, it was a really heavy burden. It was hard to be around people, it was hard to do a lot of things. You get embarrassed, you felt uncomfortable, it's it's the same thing, it's a heavy burden, everything is. But I shouldn't be so hard on all witches, like I said. I mean, kudos to you if you're a witch and you've done good things in your community and you've made the world a better place, using, your talents and everything. Kudos to you. I'm not going to say all witches are bad. I'm just saying the ones that do humanity wrong, you guys are cocksuckers. And, that's all I'm saying. Sons of bitches like my family, You don't be like them, Not at all. I wouldn't be like them, summoning monsters, fucking demons. They think this is a fucking party or a damn Nintendo or a game or something. Summon and stuff like a damn game, you know? Don't be like that. There's one other thing I want to tell you. The voodoo guy, I ran into him a few years ago. I said hi to him. He's living well. He seems to be married, and I think he has a kid, and he's doing really well. So he's a good guy, you know. He helped me out, you know, a little bit, you know, with that. And I hung out with him for a while. He's a really cool guy. Haven't seen him in years, but you know, I don't really keep in contact with him. So that's how that goes. But I think I can't really think of anything else with witchcraft. But oh yeah, there is one last thing before I go. I kind of dabbled in it myself just one time. I know, naughty boy. It's not really witchcraft. It was more. One time, I had all this money and I was young and dumb, and I bought from this magazine. I bought stuff from the magazine. It's called Things You Never Know Existed. I'd buy everything, and I was in religion. I bought this book. I thought it was on Moses. It turned out to be Magic Spells of Moses. They actually sold in a catalog. How fucked up is that? They sold all these fucking magic books and catalogs. I thought they were a religious thing. This is really kind of crazy back then. I got fucking astronaut gloves. You name it, I got from this fucking place. It was great. It was a great catalog. I don't know if it still exists, but it was some good fucking shit in that thing. And I got this spell book for Moses. I can't remember the name of it, but one of the spells that I actually did because it's a little naive, and I heard that my parents had some money problems, and I decided to do this egg trick that gave you financial growth or help. You tie like a string on it, write this Jewish writing on it, and you bury it. Well, I kind of, after a while, kind of felt guilty about doing that. Like I did something wrong, and I kind of unburied the egg, and that was a no-no, and I might have caused some unlucky finance. Maybe some of the bad luck I have today is caused by this, I thought, but now that I think about it, I don't think so. I think it's just the Archons period, but it's possible, you know. Magic, anything's possible. It could have been my karma for undoing the egg is having money problems like I have now. Who the hell knows? But ever since that happened that time, I really haven't really done too well. But I'm trying. I'm working my way up. But yeah, that was my first real. I kind of use, I guess, if you call magic from the book The Secret, I guess you can. They say it's kind of witchcraft, so I do think positive thoughts. And I gotta tell you one thing, since we're on the subject, I tried the book The Secret, to get money, but that kind of backfired. But there is one really cool thing that I got out of The Secret, and believe it or not, I learned to keep myself really, really freaking healthy by having a mantra of healthy thoughts. My mantra, it might work for you guys. Well, I heard that if you say I'm fine, that's also a very positive thing to say to yourself. My mantra is I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am blessed, I am fine. And I've said this for years, and I've got sick maybe like once a year. That's it. And the one time I got sick because I was really depressed because my girlfriend's grandmother died, and it really depressed me, and I think I just let my guard down. But most of the time I only get sick once in a while, you know, from saying this mantra. You should try it from The Secret. It's the best magic that I can give you right now, to be honest with you. But man, I got one hell of a show. I hope you enjoyed this show, and Lord willing, like I say, as long as they don't kill me, I'll try to keep on giving you shows. I don't know how long and how much material I'll have for this show, but I'm going to at least try to keep it going, at least maybe through Halloween. Maybe I'll do a Halloween episode, maybe past November. I don't know. Yeah, if I decide to call it quits, I'll do one last farewell show because I'm running out of stuff to do. But or maybe I'll just talk on a subject and for a little bit, then I'll play a video like I have before. I haven't decided yet, but if if you want me to stay on, you let me know if you like what I'm doing here. I'm a little cheesy and, a little crazy. You know how I am, I do crazy. I used to do crazy videos. I think I'm retiring from the Game Fleck TV or G Video 34 and Game Fleck TV because Jordan's not around. He was my Mick. Um, Man, this is becoming my comedy show, not my serious Fringe feature movie hour. I keep on getting interrupted. It's like during the week, nobody calls me. It's like today, it's like Grand Central Station. But I can't get a break. Everybody and then their son's calling me, interrupting me while I'm making this video. So I apologize for that. It's insane. But anyways, yeah, Jordan was my mix, so I think I'll probably be. I don't have no inspiration to finish any of those videos or do anymore. I don't know. It just my creativity with that channel has just gone down the tubes because I see nobody, damn mouse. Everybody's bombarding me. They even mice. Jesus Christ. Well, nobody seems to like it. So I hardly get any views or likes on my channel, or even this too much. So it's like I'm kind of losing creativity because I don't get no encouragement. People say to just keep on putting out videos and try, but it gets really disheartening because nobody wants to. Nobody likes what you're doing. So let me know how you feel about my videos, if you like them or not. I get a lot of good positive feedback at people at work from work that like them. So, but it ain't enough for me. I wish the world would like everything I do, but not much I can do about it. If I remember, which I've been really busy, I really want a specialist, maybe for the Halloween special, if somebody would do it. I want somebody to read Ted. I have to get on that because I keep on freaking forgetting about it. Talking to see if I can go on Facebook and finding somebody who's a specialist on basically, like feeling objects and feeling what kind of information you get from objects. So I wish I can find somebody. If I do, I want to make that my Halloween special. If I can, I really get on the ball and stop screwing around with that. But I did enough videos, got interrupted tonight. I don't need anybody else to interrupt me anymore. So you have a great night. And Ted says goodnight, and he's like, "Everybody's gotta stop interrupting my buddy G Video here." I'm just joking. This is definitely my comedy channel, not my serious Fringe channel today. Good God, we're talking about witches and Milabs, and it's become a real comedy circus here. I apologize, folks, but good night, and I'll see you next weekend. Bye now. This has been a Fringe feature movie hour. Good night, everybody. Hello, my name is G Video 34, and a lot of you don't know that I've suffered for 40 years under archonic abuse. Archonic abuse is the abuse of the archons. There's a lot of information on these beings. I just did a show on them. They can really ruin your life. If you feel the need to be free of the archons like I have, please feel free to get a hold of Christopher S. Jacobs. There's other people probably out there like him that can help you in this manner, but I'll leave you the contact information so he can get a hold of you and free you from these evil bastards. You guys have a great night, and I'll see you next Saturday night as always. Hopefully with a cleaner conscience and a cleaner soul. Goodbye. Ghosts, UFOs, monsters, Mothman, Chupacabra, the Mandela effect. This and more you will find at the Fringe feature movie hour. this and more at the Fringe feature movie hour. I will try to scare the pants off of you. Enjoy. Good night.